Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bag Fries Podcast.
Howdy, y'all.
One of the greater podcasts this side of the Mississippi. If you like the podcast, go to apple.com.
Go to Apple.
Apple.com. And leave a review.
Yeah, review the pod wherever you listen.
And also subscribe.
Subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. We're on there.
Yes.
And then right now, this video is live.
And
right?
if you have questions,
bagfriespodgmail.com.
bagfriespod@gmail.com.
Oh, my God.
What was the first thing you ever posted on YouTube? Some bullshit?
It was a project of like special effects.
What was it for?
Oh, no, the very first thing that I ever... No, I think it was an After Effects thing that I made where it was like a hot air balloon flying through these clouds and stuff. And then I was making intro things on After Effects for a sketch show the first thing I ever did on YouTube, which was this thing called Random-esque.
Gotcha.
I think the O was a 0. But yeah, we posted like a bunch of videos. Actually, probably the most views of anything.
Are they still on there?
Yeah, they're still up there.
Sick.
Yeah.
Everybody go check out Kevin's first YouTube video. It's under the playlist on YouTube of boring bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's not great, and it's all improvised. But it was like literally me and my buddy just like being like, oh, we should just put out a video once a week, and we did not like have any experience in editing or anything.
Yeah. Damn, you could have been Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
but you'd have been Mr. Feast. We're having fun, folks. All that and more this week on Bag Fries.
All of it and more. Yeah, Bruce decided to put on the puffy jacket today.
That's how I dress now.
And he's wearing the sunglasses and
a beanie. I feel good.
And I just put on a cowboy hat because it was over there and it felt right. Yeah. So I put this jacket on and I just feel like I'm ready to lay the law down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know that show Yellowstone?
Yeah.
You look like you're from Mellowstone, buddy.
Far out, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking...
Dude,
I should be on a roast.
Dude, you should, man. They're hot right now.
They're big.
Everybody loves a roast right now.
Yeah.
People are really into them.
Yeah, there's holidays.
You know who doesn't love roast as an entire culture?
Who? People whose houses have burnt down?
Yes.
They hate that.
They hate that.
Can I tell you something also?
What?
I just remembered earlier today, one time when I was a kid, my bus broke down when I was going to school.
Oh, really?
And we had to get picked up by the short bus. And I remember pulling up to school and being like, oh, no. Everyone's going to see me getting off the short bus and think I'm,
And they're going to know.
They're gonna think something's up. And I was on the verge of tears when I pulled into the school.
Dude,
silently suffering, thinking my reputation was shot and that people were going to think I was special needs.
And did they realize?
No, nobody saw anything.
Dude, if they didn't know now, they'll know by now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they didn't know then if you don't know me by now, you know that song?
And then also, I
know that
remember
song?
no.
Come on,
I also
answer
remember
me, bro.
today that in 5th grade, my school was evacuated for a bomb threat, and we were on the bus, and we were evacuating to another school, and this girl I remember the full names of both these people, but this girl was on the bus and she was crying because she lived right next to the school, and she was worried that her cats would be hurt in the explosion, and then this other kid told her, "Shut up, bitch."
Jesus,
yeah, it was pretty funny, but like in like a funny way from the back of the bus. Like, shut up, bitch.
Did I tell you what the bully said to my daughter and her friends at school? So her friend changed her name, and it also happens to be a planet, her name. And so my daughter was telling me, like, these kids are being mean to us today.
What kind of planet is it? I don't know the story, but is it by any chance a planet where girls go to get stupider?
I think it might be. Yes. No, but she. So these guys walk by, and one of the guys goes, "Damn, they got the whole solar system over there."
Really?
Yes. And my daughter told me this of being like an example of these kids being mean, and I was just like, I stopped laughing.
Oh, you were laughing?
Yeah.
That's terrible parenting.
It cracked me up. And I'm like, that kid, that's that kid's hilarious. And she's like, yeah, like nobody likes him. And he's like the shortest kid in school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he fat too? And she's like, no, but he's like, he's ugly. And I was just like, that's going to be the funniest man in the world. That's the next
Who was he saying it
Robin
to?
Williams.
He was just saying it to anyone who would listen?
No, he was saying it to his buddies about the girl.
He's got some
and her
boys?
friends. Yeah, he was with his boys.
Damn.
He was cracking them up like real tiny. Like,
Yeah, right.
man, I got
Yeah, that rocks.
And dude, but it's crazy. There are these kids that like give her crap periodically, I guess. And they were walking by, and one of the kids looks at her and goes, "Straight El Gato."
What does that even mean?
I don't know. But my daughter said it, and when she was telling it to me, she was laughing so hard. And so then we drove by, and she puts her head out the window and goes, "Straight El Gato." And like we drove by
To the kid?
Like, and I was like, "Bah." And the next day we saw him, and I'm like, did they retaliate for us screaming "Straight El Gato"? And she's like, no, I think they thought it was funny. I'm like, it was funny.
Dude, you should get on some bullying schemes with your kid. You should draw up some plans for bullying and then have your kids go into school and start doing those plans.
Dude, I want to just like go and replace their shampoo with Nair. You know what I mean?
Go.
That's a solid
classic. Pour pig's blood on someone.
Well, not that intense. I don't want to have to find pig's blood.
I think it's pretty accessible.
If you could buy pig's blood at like a Rite Aid, I would probably
Stop by and get some just to have on deck. No, I mean, you could call up. I bet right now, right now it's harder because it's a little bit later at night, but we can call up a few places and be like, there's probably a word for it, but like, we couldn't just call up and be like, hey, I need a bunch of pig's blood.
Yeah. But maybe like a butcher's, a butcher, but I don't know there either. I don't know.
Like I probably drank it all already. Yeah. That's why you do the job.
Well, that's like English people be like, oh, some blood sausage,
They drink blood?
some blood pudding, and it's just blood.
Not real blood.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Why would you do that?
Dude, because people
the
were
Liver King?
starving at one point.
Until they start drinking blood?
Probably, yeah.
No, nobody's drinking blood.
Buddy, I'm telling you, blood pudding really has blood in it. Look it up, buddy.
My phone's in the other room.
Go get it. This is worth this.
See, my Alexa's off too. Don't do it. My Alexa's offline. Don't call her name.
I won't.
Don't call her name.
Dude,
That looks good on you, man.
I'm a sheriff of this town.
Yeah.
Pal, all right? Draw.
It's a George Strait hat.
Oh, dude, not when I wear it.
Yeah, George Gay. That's one of my SNL characters.
George Gay?
George Gay, yeah.
I showed up in boots and ruined your black toffee.
That's correct, you bastard. Now, George.
Oh, I'm so
George
sorry.
Gay impression. You just sing George Strait songs, but instead of wife and girlfriend, you say husband and boyfriend.
What's George Strait's most famous song?
His most famous song?
Yeah, or one of them that I would remember. Because I know George Strait.
Amarillo by Morning. Where you go, lost my husband and boyfriend somewhere alone. Or the same time you say she, you say he.
Will he be gay in the morning?
Yeah.
It's when he convinced his buddy.
Yeah.
Will he be gay in the morning? I don't know the rest of that song, but I know that one.
The song
one
you just
line.
made up right now.
Yeah. I'm working on the lyrics to it.
Yeah. What's been going on, dude?
Dude, I've just been out slaying
Is that true?
crowds all over this town.
Are you sure?
Dude, you know what, Bruce, and I'll say this, my hat's off to you. You challenged me to leave the house 5 days a week
You know why I wanted you to leave the house?
because you were trying to fuck my wife.
Yeah, because when you leave, I'm coming over. That's why I can't hang out.
No, but I've been leaving the house, and I just show up at parking lots or church meetings.
Abandoned.
Groups of men living in tents.
Yeah.
And I just start doing my set,
What happens? You get hit with a hanger.
Sometimes.
They get a hanger really hot and they hit you with it at the homeless encampment.
No, it's a lot of dogs have been sicked on me, but sometimes it's uproarious laughter, and it's good. No, I did the spot at the weed shop, and
Say it like that. It's just like a show that takes place at like a big marijuana facility.
look, I'm great at promoting myself.
Yeah.
I'm one of the best.
Absolutely.
So I say the spot at the weed shop. It sounds like a series of pallets that have been faceted into a building.
A recycling center, basically,
no.
but it's for weed.
It's nice. It's a nice spot. It's a second tier. It's a multiple tier spot with an indoor outdoor patio with just a fantastic bar. It's called
You can get high
the
there?
Artist Tree.
Good.
Get it? So like artistry, but like trees.
And you can get high there?
You can definitely get high there. Yeah.
Was there anybody there who was too high?
Oh, there was a lot of people that were too high. I started going around the room because I was just singing interstitially songs or whatever, and like memories like the corner of my mind, and then I'd go, hey folks, how we doing? It's a lovely evening tonight. Great to be here at the Weed Spot. Lovely artistry. Folks, how we doing? What do we got here? We a couple here? What's going on here? And then it'd be like, oh, we're just friends. Yeah, but have you ever considered it though? Hey, let's take a second chance for love. Oh me, oh my, how we doing today? And I had so much fucking fun.
And you did that for an
I did
hour and a half?
No, I did that for probably like 12 or 13 minutes, and then I got on stage and I did a bunch of stretched out asshole jokes.
There you go.
No, I did a bunch of stretched out one-liners, just to have fun. I just had a blast. And the guy gave me, some bags of weed, little eighths. And
you put it in your oat bag that you have strapped around your face.
I put it, yeah, but it's just a bong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's how I live, dude, out here.
You do comedy with a gas mask bong on?
Always.
Have you ever smoked out of a gas mask bong?
No, never.
I did one time when I was in high school and I vomited.
Oh, dude, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Is vomit?
Yeah, that's the plan.
What are you looking at?
I'm just checking out times,
Every time you look at something, I feel like it's because it's not going on. Like it's not running.
Well, I'll tell you if it's not running. Like I won't just like keep going. I'd just be like, "Fall." So I'll tell you. I mean, but other than that, just know I'm probably just checking to see what the time is, and I have horrible eyesight, so it takes a second. But yeah, dude, did that. I didn't get invited back to the SNL after party this year. This week, I should say.
Would you have flown out there for it? Because it's such a big, cool event.
Such a great.
That's why I
time.
dress like this. As I say, you'd feel more comfortable, like you're talking to someone from New York.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know who I saw there? Adam Egan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, what's up, man?
I gave him one of these. And I just kept
how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Was he were they all in the Illuminati room?
No, he was out with the commoners. Yes,
wow.
but then I saw him go back in there.
Oh, you saw him do a special knock. He knocked on the door very low.
Yeah. No, he grabbed. There was a cherub. And you grabbed the testicles and pulled them up.
Pulled them.
Which usually people think it's going to be a down on the penis.
I'm gonna go in the other room.
Yeah, and he just went in there into the dark hallway. Ooh. And I saw Carrot Top was there.
Carrot Top was there?
Yeah, and
Scott Steiner.
Tupac was there. Tupac was there in the back.
There's a video on YouTube, one of the first YouTube videos I ever saw, and it's called Tupac Alive riding a bicycle backwards. And it's a dude who looks exactly like Tupac, and he's sitting on a mountain bike but he's holding it like his hands are behind his back. His hands are behind his back, and he's holding onto the things, and then he's pedaling backwards. And it's like, I believe Tupac music is playing in the video. It's the first YouTube video I ever saw. I'm pretty positive.
Dude, I mean,
Tupac alive riding a bicycle backwards.
He would be stunting on everybody in the neighborhood if he was Tupac alive.
There's that, and then there's another one.
Just laying low.
One of the first videos.
He faked his own death, and now he's just
back, and he's riding a bicycle backwards.
I'm gonna get famous again for this.
There's also the first fight video I ever saw on YouTube was called "Walking the Dog," and it was this very long. I think I've showed this to you. It's pretty grainy footage. It's a very large African American woman, and she's not just beating the shit, but like it's like a multiple round match up and down the street, and she has great. Truly unbelievable form when it comes to boxing. And she's beating the absolute shit out of her husband, who seems to be addicted to some kind of drugs because he's attempting to stay in the fight, but he is just at every corner getting his ass handed to him.
That's probably what I would do if I was in that situation.
You know the video I'm talking about?
Yeah,
and then there's one point where she has him by the front of his collar, and she's pulling him across the street, and she's dragging, and then the guy recording goes, "Walking the dog." I swear, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I totally know what you're talking about.
One of the funniest videos of all time. So that's what you got to check out. That's my recommended viewing for the week is Tupac alive riding a bicycle backwards and walking the dog.
Yeah,
those are two big ones.
My favorite one was John. Hello, my name is John Dacre.
I don't know that.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
It's him. It's like this. It's very obviously VCR footage, and it's a tape that somebody who I imagine was giving singing lessons, which this very old lady in the beginning, and she's talking about they're from First United Methodist Church and all this stuff, and then it goes to the guy, and he's like, "Hello, my name is John Dacre," and he sounds very much kind of like what that cartoon, and then he starts singing like Christ the Lord is risen today. Oh, and he keeps losing the lyrics, and it's fucking, and he just stops, and then he starts singing Pizza Pie at the end, and he forgets the words to that one as well.
Yeah, and the flea market, Montgomery flea market, we just watched that a few years ago.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
I was a big "You Kick My Dog" guy.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people are inspired by. Like when comedians are inspired.
Jerky Boys?
I don't know. A lot of people are inspired by George Carlin or Richard Pryor. I think as a comedian, I pull my biggest inspiration from the "You Kick My Dog" video.
Dude, I get it. No, it's hard because you can't do that material. You know, it's hard. You're not allowed to.
Yeah, because I have a "You Kick My Dog" spec script.
Yeah.
It's called "You Smack My Dog."
Do you know what really fucking pisses me off? Is some of these.
It could be anything. Some of these who?
Some of these like Indian comedians.
Okay.
You've been seeing these?
Go on.
They're out there doing impressions of their grandfather, and it's fucking hilarious.
But you want to also?
I can't do it. They won't let me do it.
If you put in your proper application?
I have it. I got to put it in. I got to put it in, man. It's annoying because these guys, they'll pull it out because they know how good it is. And then the moment one of us does it, then they're like, that's not funny. And matter of fact, that's hurtful. It's like, fucker, that's your whole act. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, yes and no.
I'm really pissed about this. Dude, I put this cowboy hat. I feel like when I got the cowboy hat on, I feel like I got to dish out justice.
You're a beacon of truth.
I really feel like you
have to let loose on society.
Tuning fork on the truth. I do. I need to go. Be careful, man.
Well, you can pull a gun out of nowhere.
I'll tell you, I saw you move a little bit.
We just
weird.
watched a documentary about anthrax, and now you got a cowboy hat on. No less than 5 minutes later,
brother. Let me tell you something. If I was in charge back in 2002 or whatever that was, or 5-ish, no anthrax would dare.
Bro, it's funny because at that time there were dudes who were like, "Man, I'm smoking on the craziest weed you ever heard of. This shit's called anthrax, bro. This shit make you feel like you got anthrax inhalation."
Did you know that? I mean, I believe I've seen people do anthrax jokes.
Really?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, probably at a certain time they were probably pretty big.
Yeah. The only problem that I had with the big city was I wasn't able to do all my 9/11 material. I felt like it would have been wrong,
In New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, do you have a lot of 9/11 material?
I mean, I got probably a half hour.
Yeah.
I could probably do a straight half hour.
You could do a special, Kevin Tinkin 9/11.
Yeah. Just ironic 9/11 jokes.
Humor, 9/11 humor.
What if 9/11 were just huge nipples, a woman's huge nipples,
and the buildings fell sideways and then sprung back up.
Yeah, that would have been dope. Or that would have been way better, and then we would have thwarted Al Qaeda.
And the buildings only exist whenever it's cold outside because they shoot up when it gets cold outside.
Yeah.
So whenever it's hot in the summer, the building is contracted in the ground,
which is better because people should be outside.
And one building is just a little bit smaller than the other.
And
it's just one building's a little, and on some people it's a little bit more noticeable.
Yeah, and that's not unusual, And if you're a woman out there and you have one that's a little bit bigger, just remember the Twin Towers were a little bit different in size.
Is that true? Actually, were the Twin Towers? I think they were the exact same size. They're twin. They're twin towers.
Yeah, but they weren't identical twins. They were dizygotic.
Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna pretend to agree.
Man, lots of good times happening over here.
What?
Dude, we're keeping it going. Sometimes you get on the train. Sometimes you get on the RIF train and you start heading into the big city, and then you realize who's driving this train, and you realize nobody's driving.
Yeah,
and then
and sometimes they got to make a strange stop off every now and then to drop pick somebody up, change crew, do something like that.
Pick them up. Oh man. So what's been going on with you? You've been out and about and throwing out audition tapes for the new car wash movie. And,
the new car wash movie. Yeah, I wrote a script for a movie that's based on the Jim Croce song "Working at the Car Wash Blues."
Hell yeah!
So it's that song, but it's 3 hours long, and it's a Jim Croce biopic. Jim Croce's a pretty boring guy because he wrote like all of his hits in like 2 days, and then he died in a plane crash like 8 months later. But he recorded like 2 incredible albums.
Yeah.
But and it's obvious like he wrote all the hits and like had like financial pressure and was like, but goddamn, like him and his wife and had a kid and like lived on this house at this house.
Yeah.
And then he wrote all the
Blew
songs.
up in a plane.
Died in a plane crash.
You think he would have done it different in retrospect?
Maybe. Do you know who was driving that plane he was on?
Richie Valens?
Muhammad Atta Sr.
Really?
Yeah. So his son actually went on to do 9/11.
Wow.
That pilot, yeah. Huh. Kind of a legacy.
It's like that 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
I actually met Kevin Bacon.
Did you?
Yeah. At the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Very, very briefly. We didn't exchange any pleasantries other than I let him inside.
I like Kevin Bacon, but I prefer Kevin Ham.
Yeah, that's not bad. Is he Canadian?
No, I like Kevin Bacon, but I prefer Kevin Deep Frying myself.
What's Kevin? I don't know shit about Kevin Bacon.
I mean, I don't know much about him. Is that he's been in a bunch of movies. He's very much like a Nicolas Cage type, but I think probably regarded as a better actor.
Yeah,
but he's been in a shit ton of stuff. So essentially, you connect anybody from to Kevin Bacon in less than 5
You can connect
movies.
me because I let him into the Comedy Store.
Dude, there it is. I
then,
got 2 degrees.
Yeah.
I know Bruce. Bruce knew him. Bruce saw him once. I don't know does that count as a connection?
Yeah, we made a great connection.
You did?
Because we were on the way to the seats, and he leaned over and whispered in my ear, if I wasn't with my wife, we'd be having sex by now. Yeah.
That's what he said to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's actually a note that he passed me. He said, he looked at me and he put a note in my hand. He said, read this when you get home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I read it when I got home.
That's
so I'm pretty sure
crazy.
it was from him, unless it was from somebody else.
Dude, I saw Lizzo out on the street.
Did you?
Yeah. It was like 4:30 in the morning, and the steam was coming out of the subway.
Uh-huh.
And
she just her silhouette appeared through it.
Yeah, and she came through, and all of a sudden, this car came out of nowhere, and she opened up her ass and swallowed the entire car.
And did she see you see the whole thing?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, "Buy my new album."
That's real ground level strike. That's like a good street team to have.
Yeah.
Have somebody out there doing stuff like
Just
that.
eating cars with your ass.
Yeah. Shitting them out.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you get big and famous. You got to protect yourself.
Apparently, she was dating a comedian for a while.
Who?
I don't remember his name. Truthfully.
Matt Rife?
Yeah, Matt Rife. Matt Lockwood.
Yeah.
She was dating Matt Lockwood.
Dude, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Matt would go great on the hip of some.
Oh, it'd be great. Because they would be like Lizzo and her new oaf boyfriend are seen outside of.
You see him walking Lizzo underneath a bridge. I'm like, Matt Lockwood taking his new girlfriend to meet his parents. Fucking got you so good, Lockwood, dude. I know
Hand in hand.
I know he's gonna look at this. He's gonna be like, "You fuckers." Yeah, we got him good though.
You what?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm waiting.
Oh, I don't know. Now you distracted me.
Why?
I don't know.
Just because I giggled?
Yeah.
Dude, you got to be able to focus, Bruce.
I'm focused. Do I
don't
not
know
look
how you-
focused right
I don't know
now?
how you expect to make it in this town.
Did we have to cut out my awesome 9/11/2 story?
I don't think so.
Was that on the first thing where we restarted?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Your 9/11 too?
My 9/11/2 story about how in 2002 September in Bakersfield there was a big conspiracy because somebody graffitied 9/11/2 all over town.
Oh, that's right.
Like
Yeah.
the sequel. Also, there was a big water tower that somebody had spray painted Dave's Tower on. That was some other legendary graffiti that was up for a while. That just a shitty thing. It's a Dave's Tower. And I've thought about Dave.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave's Tower. I've thought about quite a bit.
That's funny. He just loved that tower.
I guess so.
Jesus. No, I think we did cut. I think we did lose that. So I'm glad you brought it back.
Yeah, I brought it back
That's
in.
good. No, we were watching this whole documentary on anthrax and
Now I just want to solve anthrax.
yeah, no, I want to get a hold of some of that shit because I think I could handle it.
Yeah.
For
You
real.
think that you could take anthrax and get fucked up? Like,
These guys, like, they're fucking lightweights, dude.
And
They get a little
people- yeah.
anthrax, a little bit of, Agent Orange or whatever.
yeah.
Dude,
if you,
it'll
do,
fuck
if
me
you do
up.
the right amount of it, you'll get fucked up.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
well, me.
That's
you
people
know,
don't realize is they're doing too much anthrax. Where if you do a little bit of anthrax, you'll be fucking tripping balls.
100%, dude. That's the way to do it. You got to do a little bit of the thrax, and then you get thraxed up. You know what I mean?
It'd be pretty funny if Joe Rogan was taking like an anthrax supplement, where it's like every morning I take my anthrax. I take my it's like people are microdosing anthrax
yeah.
because like somebody told them it's good for you.
I take my asbestos shots. I got to get that viper venom in my veins.
I take a tiny drop of water from Camp Lejeune. You getting hit up about Camp Lejeune, dude?
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Wait,
getting emails every day about Camp Lejeune.
Where do they have the water that like shoots out like fire?
Oh no! Oh, Flint. No, I'm
Flint,
talking about
Michigan?
there's like a big class action lawsuit about Camp Lejeune, and anybody who was there from a certain time, it's like a military base, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't even know, but you can get money, and I get so many emails and like see so many commercials for it now.
Dude, that's like that Aaron Brockovich thing.
Yeah. What was that? She was.
They
about
were too
water.
close to the power lines or like the thing. And
Yeah,
so
it's called alkaline water.
it's something. I don't know, but the whole town got fucked. And so then she made it happen to where they got some restitution.
Yeah, she filtered the water with the big jugs.
Yeah, dude.
Where was that at? Is that in California?
Aaron
Where was it at? It had to be probably.
Djokovic?
I wonder. I don't even know. That's how we don't have anything.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It's not important. I mean, what the fuck? Are people like, you guys coming here for your news?
No, I'm curious where it was
no,
at.
I don't care.
She was
Nobody
hot in the
cares.
movie. I wonder if she was hot in real life.
She was hot. I think wasn't she Julia Roberts in the movie?
Yeah. There's some places outside Fresno that get Aaron Brockovich every now and then where like they'll lose some water. Like,
Yeah.
people just suck up all the water.
Yeah.
Nestle and other cool people. There's a really good episode, I believe, of the
Oh, I got a patent on oxygen.
but like
All of it.
like
It's
water rights and like water. It's all very interesting shit. I think there's an episode of the Dollop.
Mineral
about it.
rights,
It's really
too.
good. The episode of the Dollop about the Resnick family, who are like Kern County, Bakersfield,
Yeah.
billionaire scumbags.
Oh, really?
It's really, really interesting. They like buy up water rights and like suck the water out of these places, and they're kind of evil. They own like Palm Water and like
Oh, really?
bunch of other shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're doing well.
Yeah, they're fucking loaded. They're
Yeah,
probably
you
gonna kill
can
us for
get-
talking bad about them on this podcast.
You
Good
can
luck,
get,
you old bastards.
You could get mineral rights to land, essentially saying, say you went in your backyard and you dug up, Abraham Lincoln's wooden dildo or something, and it was signed by Mary Todd or whatever.
That'd be
And
pretty cool.
I guess that doesn't really count. Let's say you found a huge diamond,
Yeah.
in the middle of, you found like a gold vein. It might not belong to
You
you.
found like a used Kia dealership underneath your backyard. What are you talking about?
No, but if it's under the ground, it might not necessarily belong to you, even if it's found on your land, because people can buy the mineral rights to your land, meaning the land that's underneath your land.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
it's fucked up. I've been buying people's clouds.
Well, there's that too. There's air rights as well in like
Yeah.
New York City.
I fight for air rights. I stand for
You
it.
fight for your right to air right. No, it's
Yeah.
somebody was talking about that. You can like if you have like a small building and they want to build a big building on it or something, you can they have to buy the air from you
Oh,
above
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
basically. It's real crazy.
That's a trip.
Yeah. See, I have some good stock and some good air. Out in Bakersfield, there's a spot where like about from 10 feet, 15 feet off the ground to about 30 feet off the ground. And it's about, pretty like the size of a football field.
Wow,
And it's like a little rectangle of air that I bought for my family.
big money.
Yeah.
And they're going to live up there one of these days.
Like, yeah, that's I'm trying to move my family up to about 15 feet off the ground over there.
That would be sick if you you had to. It was just this weird thing, and you're just like, look, I can build a house here.
Yeah.
But you have to get the support poles like
Yeah,
from somewhere else.
really
Like,
tall ones.
You'd have to develop a technology where your house hovers.
Yeah.
And you're like, I had to do it at the only land I could afford, so
Yeah.
I invented an anti-gravity house.
Yeah. I would have to get an escalator that goes sideways down.
Yeah.
You ever afraid you're going to get like sucked into an escalator?
Yeah, I mean, it crosses my mind. I have a
'Cause
lot of those
I
thoughts.
fuck around on the escalator a lot.
Yeah, you really do. You
Not
like
like, but like I'm always thinking like,
you like to do tap dancing routines up
But
and
there's,
down
like,
with a
all
cartoon
kinds
mouse
of,
like your Gene Kelly.
all kinds of weird shit like you hear about where people like fall down into an escalator and get fucking grinded to a pulp.
Dude, I fell on an escalator when I was a kid. When I was little, I remember it.
And what happened?
I got ground up into a pulp.
It was your penis?
I was in the hospital for 6 weeks.
They had to put you back together.
They had to put me back together.
But I mean, I've heard especially of a lot getting people to get their hands stuck in an escalator.
Yeah. No, I got up in time, but yeah, it's that great. Like if you get your clothes stuck in there or whatever, you can just
it'll make you naked like a cartoon. You'll be like, ah!
Yeah,
you have to like cover your penis in the mall.
Dude, it'll suck.
That would suck.
Dude, that's like, it was a great device in 80s movies that they didn't use enough, you know?
Yeah, to like rip someone's clothes off.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think we're missing in modern cinema is like nobody gets their clothes snagged on anything in any of these movies, and then they're all of a sudden just naked.
You know how many dudes probably tried to take a girl to the mall on a date and were like, yeah, wear a long dress.
Yeah, girl.
And then like tried to feed it into the escalator at the last minute. Like, maybe we should go back up and down again.
Yeah, she walks into your house, you have like 6 shredders turned on just around the doorway.
Or if you go to the beach, you got to bring a dog that's going to bite onto the back of the bathing suit.
Dude, yeah, that's
makes
dope.
big tits come out.
Yeah, well, yeah, the top of the bathing suit. Yeah, you probably get 2 dogs.
Well, yeah,
you know what, a dog and a bird.
Yeah, yeah, and then you put peanut butter on the tip of the string on the back, and then some bird seed on the to take it away.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
So the dog rips it off, and then the bird takes it away for you.
Yeah, and then you'd be there from across the way with binoculars.
I'm
gonna see him.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good way too. Is that you could just be on the beach. I wonder if you could.
Here they come. Fucking flies from the sky to rip off her bathing suit top. Oh.
You think if you went to the cliff of a nude beach, overlooking a nude beach, and you set up a lawn chair and just pulled out like either huge binoculars or a telescope and just started looking at people, is that illegal?
No.
Right, because it's all, you're in public, you know.
I think that's legal. Yeah. I want to go to a nude beach and like build like some sort of glass bottom structure. To where you could just, as a tourist, just go up there and jack off or whatever, you know what I mean? Like have like reverse like two-way mirrors, you know what I mean? Like they won't even know.
Like a portable building on the beach that's covered in two-way mirror that looks like a fucking it looks like a car that Elon Musk would drive.
Yeah, it looks like a car that's jacked up like 70 feet.
We should go to a nude beach.
You know, I get way too horny when I go to nude
we should go there.
Especially if there's a lot of unattractive old people
I'm not even saying go there and have to whip out our dog. We should wear tuxedos and go to the nude beach.
That's not a bad idea. With just our crotches cut out?
Yeah, just our crotches cut out. Just our balls.
Hell yeah. That honestly would be a huge benefit if that was acceptable in society. If your balls could just be out. Like, think about how much more comfortable you could be if there was just free-flowing air.
There's something funny
testicles.
about balls, too, because it's like pretty much almost no matter what you got going on, everybody's balls are pretty much the exact same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's not like, that has nothing to do with anything. So it would almost be like people's balls are the most comfortable, not the most comfortable, they are the most comfortable showing their balls than almost any part of their body, because it's like when it's acceptable, it's very funny also.
Yeah. No, my balls don't. My balls are only exist for humor. Hello. Speaking of which, no, my
ooh, dude, there's a trash fire 0.2 miles away.
Hell yeah. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go. We're going remote.
Hey folks, we're here live at the trash fire.
We're live at the trash fire.
Dude, there's a lot of that going around. But I think,
trash fires?
Yeah.
Homeless people trying to keep warm.
People's balls, I think the variation on probably because actual on testicle pubic hair is, on me at least, is very sparse.
Yeah.
It's not like well like populated with hair follicles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like kind of like an ancient forest in a way, you know what I mean? Where it's like a lot of big trees, but they're real sparse.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a desert, you know.
Sorry, I can't stop thinking about how people see Jesus on their toast.
Yeah.
Like, what if someone saw Jesus in their balls, like on their skin, their nuts?
They have it stretched out, like looking at it.
No, they have it stretched out, and you're like, watch, it's nothing, and then you let it go. You're like, look, you see, and then it's shaped like Jesus.
And here, for a split second, you can see the face of God.
Yeah,
it's on 60 Minutes. Dude, yeah, that would be either like putting it on a overhead projector, like stretching it out, and like putting it on like "Dios mío," like women, like just, and it's just some guy who's also a piece of shit.
Yeah,
he's like just fucking hammered off of the money that he's getting for showing this off. Like $5, take a gander of my nuts.
Overhead projector too, dude. Overhead projector's probably got to be gone by now, right?
No, they're out there.
People, does your mom? Does your wife use one?
I call my mom wife sometimes, and I call my wife mom sometimes, especially when we're in the bedroom. Yeah, she uses sometimes.
An overhead projector?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what's hilarious is listening how ineffective the school district is with like the most basic stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're doing a lot of Zoom videos, so we had to get this system with a 90-inch TV and 6 cameras. And I'm like, well, what are you teaching? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just Algebra 1. Just like, okay. Like, why? Seriously, there was a bunch
of teaching algebra in VR.
They bought a bunch of scanners. And I'm like, you could just use your phone. Like, very easily. Because it was not like a bunch of things need to be scanned. It was like one. I'm just like, why? It drives me nuts. Dude, why are you sweating?
I can't sit and listen to whatever you're saying if he's crying, and that's also going to be picking up on the mic.
Nah, dude. People love it, dude. They love it, bro.
But I don't. I can't do it.
People
it
love
me up the fucking wall.
Well, people want to hear what's really going on in our lives, you know. And if that's a dog crying, like honestly, like the other day when you're Kelly and came in the other day, and I was like, we need to keep all of this on. You know what I mean? Like that's the show. That's the show. You know, you think this is the show? You? I'm waiting for the show behind the show.
You're waiting for the show to start.
Dude, I'm always waiting for this show to start. You know what I mean? I'm like, one of these days, it's just going to happen. Like, you told me at one time that a guy busted in here.
I wasn't doing a podcast.
That's the real
That's the real issue. Tragedy. That's the issue is I wasn't doing a podcast.
Can you imagine how many views you would get, bro? Yeah. I mean, we're in the middle of this. We're just being two complete jackasses, and a guy busts in
and shoots both of us dead.
Yeah,
and then you put that out as a podcast.
Yeah, he puts it up because he gets the password to somehow.
It would be like that scene in Grizzly, man, where the guy he shows up, the lady shows him the audio, and he's like, "You can never listen to this." He's like, "I won't."
yeah.
You can never listen to this. You do
never
not want to hear this
to anyone.
Never
listen to this. Promise me. Promise me you will never listen to this podcast.
Would you listen to the audio from Grizzly Man?
Fuck yeah, dude. I don't care.
Is the audio out there?
I don't even care, dude. Honestly,
you don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck
about anything.
Nothing, dude. I'll listen to a guy get his head crunched like a tortilla chip on audio. Audio only?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably worse shit on Facebook. Facebook's where the gnarliest videos are. I've seen people get like hacked up and cartel shit on Facebook.
I got one of those on Instagram as like a For You page, and it didn't have a lot of views, but it was a guy literally full swinging with a machete on some other guy.
And what happened?
It's like chopped into the back of his head. Oof. It was like, it looked obviously real.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm just like, babies, animals, oh, cute kitten. And then whack. And then I saw another one where it was the same thing, but it was to a goat. And that time,
I've seen the one with the goat where it just goes through clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was just like, what?
I actually filmed that.
What? Some of your best work?
Yeah, we were doing that behind the Comedy Store as an initiation for a goat.
Shit. Dude, I might start dressing like this and wearing this cowboy hat all the time. Yeah.
Did I tell you I got kicked out of El Coyote the other day?
Did you really?
You know what El Coyote is, right?
Yeah.
It's the Mexican restaurant where the last meal Sharon Tate and them all ate was.
Yeah. Sharon Tate
and them. I went there and I had a few cocktails, and then I went to the bathroom and wrote pigs and Helter Skelter on the wall in salsa.
No, you didn't.
And then the employees came in and was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait
Get
a
out!"
second. That's how they sounded, the employees?
Yeah, that's what he said.
What are you doing?
No, that's not. He said, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?"
Yeah. And he's like, and then they dragged me out of there, and I was like, "Race war, pigs, Helter Skelter."
Almost started. It's happening now. Yeah. He was right.
Yeah, Spawn Ranch, Death Valley.
Dude. Man.
Charles Manson died in Bakersfield.
Did he really?
He did, in the hospital, and he has reincarnated through me.
Wow.
And so I'm a racist musician.
Dude,
what a loser that guy was.
When I was right when I turned 18, I wanted to get a tattoo. and I just wanted 4 squares right on my forehead. Right in the center there.
But you got too scared.
I ran out of money.
Yeah.
And so I only had the swastika for a long time, and people would always be like, "Jesus, what?" And I'm like, "No, I know, I get it, I know, it's almost done. I'm gonna get it colored too."
I wonder if in the NFL, because you could put like all the markings on your face. I wonder if you're allowed to write anything.
Yeah,
but I wonder if you put like a pentagram on your forehead.
Yeah,
and you're like a football player.
I think that's totally.
Or you wrote like "fuck the devil."
I mean, I think that's good, Or I think you could put just something like. Joseph Smith is the truth, or something like that. Karnak rules.
Legalize it.
Yeah.
Smoke bud.
Yeah.
That's what I'd put on my things. They would say smoke bud.
Not my America.
not yeah.
Not my president.
Yeah, Trump. You could put Trump 2024 on your eye black.
That would be sick.
People probably write stuff like that on their arm, and then they do the tape over it, so they know what's going on.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, just a little message to themselves.
And then somebody with like
same way you have all those
X-ray
racist
camera?
Leg tattoos,
dude,
underneath your pants.
Dude, don't tell anybody about those.
Blowing your spot up,
dude. I wish.
I wish,
dude. I wish I had a little bit of a darkness. You know what I mean? Hidden in the back.
You don't?
I really don't. My darkness is considered like it's happened many times in my life. Can you grab me one of them seltzers? It's happened many times where I will feel as though I'm revealing something that is embarrassing about myself, and it's like not a big deal. Like what? Like looking at pornography.
Oh yeah.
I'll just be like, I used to look at it. And people
well,
be
I mean, it's not like it's a big deal, but it's also like if you have these type of conversations with normal, especially like normal workplace people, they'll be like, "All right, man." Like, if you, go into T-Mobile and you're at work and you don't know any of those people, you're like, yeah, I was looking at some porn last night. They'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, most people probably would.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you came to me or, I was looking at some porn last night, I'd be like, well, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Good for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think most people, it wasn't like at work. I wasn't, interrupting a monthly gathering. Hey, I need you guys to know something.
You never cranked it at work?
I don't think I cranked it at work. I may have snuck into the bathroom.
No, the only time I ever cranked it at work was at this office job. I worked 40 hours a week, and it was just a miserable place.
Yeah, I mean that was my whole life for a long time, and I would, if it was a distraction, like if I was real horned up in the office.
What would be horning you up? TPS reports.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's beauty all around. Sometimes you just see a beautiful pine tree, and it gets you going. You know what I mean?
You think of God's love,
yeah,
and the way He loves you and sent His only Son.
Exactly, and the fact that the sun feeds the grass, and then the grass feeds the cow, and the cow dies and feeds the grass. And the sun is right there, and sometimes I get too aroused and I couldn't work at T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And so I'd have to go, we used to call it ashtray-ing it. Real talk.
Because you'd crank one into the ashtray?
No. My buddy coined that term who he would say that he would ashtray it, which meant that he would jerk off without having impure thoughts. And he would just.
What does that even mean?
That's
impossible.
Mechanical.
That's an impossible feat.
I agree, but as a young Christian boy,
what is something you could even think about to crank?
I don't know, kind of how bees pollinate.
Yeah, but that's why I don't like. That's why I don't. I mean, I've talked about this on stage, but I don't like. I think that. Going on in here? Just the TV turns on.
TV just turns on.
As soon as we start talking about masturbating, dude, they're like, we
gotta derail this thing.
Gotta derail this, put this to an end. But I talked about this before, of thinking that people saying that they crank it to whatever they're imagining, and it's like that means that you're imagining a specific person. Or whatever.
Yeah, but we talked about this. Or maybe we didn't talk about this.
If you're imagining a specific person in a compromising situation.
Did I talk about it here or on the podcast with Nick Oldershaw?
I I don't tune in.
Oh, you should. You really should. No,
Not that I have nothing against them. I just don't listen. I don't.
No, where I have the dream about the Hawaiian girl
No.
or woman, I should say.
Yeah, right. You have a dream about the guy who sings "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." Oh, Kevin, suck my penis.
Fuck me in my
I was doing an impression last night of gay Guam Felix and be like, no, that's the thing, man. Like, I give the best head.
No, I don't know. I don't know Guam. I haven't heard Guam bragging about something like that.
Yeah. No, I give the best head. It was making me laugh really hard.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. What? No, it's I had a reoccurring dream for a long time of a woman walking towards me on a beach, topless,
Okay.
and I'm in a hammock, and that's kind of where it is. But see, she's this beautiful Hawaiian woman with like a flower in her hair, and like it's very innocent, but it was like my horny, like the horniest dream I would have.
Do you ever try to have like a lucid dream and be like, stay sleeping?
Dude, that's the main,
Let her walk all the way over here.
that's the main reason I really got into meditation.
Because I try to meet this girl.
I wanted to get laid in my dreams.
Yeah.
And so I
But
followed.
that's where she just puts a lay around your neck.
Dude, I was like, no, all my deep meditations. No, I've studied with Ram Dass, and I'm gonna get there, dude. I'm gonna meet her.
Study with rom-com.
I think her name's Leilani, but I'm not sure.
You don't know what her name is unless she has a tattoo.
You don't know, dude. You
don't know her,
You don't
bro.
know the
You
girl
don't
in your
know
dreams'
her.
name, dude. That's bullshit. It really is, though.
It's bullshit that you can't meet her.
No, that I can't. I want to stay in there. I want to stay in that dream for a second. There's a lot of dreams.
I won't get in there.
I would love to get me a lucid dream while just getting down deep
Yeah,
into
nasty.
just digging in like a Wolverine trying to get at a muskrat in a tree.
Yeah. Only lucid dreams I have, I'm fucking my bros.
That's really?
Yeah, I'm just laying major pipe on like you and Voki.
And then you're saying like you're able to take over.
Oh, I'm able to take over.
You're in complete control.
And I don't stop.
You don't stop. You're like, finally, I can lucid dream.
Finally, my real feelings
Wait,
come out.
and you're topping on this one?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, my butthole's too tight. I don't think you could handle it.
yeah.
It's too tight.
Some in the gay community, some people are called tops, but guys like me are called lids. We fill up the whole, we take over the whole thing, and there's no extra room.
Dude, is there a character anywhere that worked at that hat store called Lids?
What do you mean?
Like in the mall, there used to be this hat store. I think it's still in most malls.
Yeah.
It's called Lids.
I know lids.
Has that ever shown up in popular culture anywhere?
No,
else?
I don't think it's a certain type of person. It's just a dude that does stitching on hats all day.
Bro, a guy that works at a Lids is a very specific type of person.
In what
dude.
way?
You just got to think about somebody who's really into hats. You know what I mean? He loves
Right now,
hats.
you look like you're really into hats.
No, this
You have that hat with a Dodgers logo on the front of it and work at lids.
dude, that'd be great. What if I mean there is a part of me that's
What if
like
what if
I did?
Still, that's I think the best thing that's ever come out of this podcast is that Todd sounds like if you speed Todd up, it sounds like someone trying to start a boat.
Yeah.
What if
Dude, I saw him at the prov the other day.
Did he fucking punch you right in the face?
Oh no, he assaulted me.
Oh really? Todd seems like he could pack a punch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a strong guy.
He comes from good stock.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's from the mean streets, But he gave me a hug, and he was hanging out with John Wagner and Cody
good.
Woods out there. It was good times. It was good. I was surprised to see him.
What was surprising?
That he was at the Improv and not doing a set. Like
Yeah,
he was
that's
just
interesting,
there hanging out. I was just like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm hanging with John. I'm like, oh, cool. So then I sat down, and then
He's like, we're gonna kill a man tonight, and he shows you a gun in a paper bag.
it's like, cool. That's so cool.
What if I did? What if I did? What if I killed?
What
What
if
if
I
what if I just killed somebody?
What if I just killed somebody right now?
What are we at, dude? I got to make some steaks, dude. I'm about to steak up.
You're gonna stake it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna steak it up. That's why I just pulled those steaks out so I can bring temp down, bro. Or sorry, bring temp up,
Dude, let me ask you something. If you were the sheriff,
which I am.
let's say you're in I don't want to say like the Wild West. I want to say a little bit around that time when new towns were being established, and you're out in a new area. Maybe you're in New Mexico. And you settle in this town and you're the sheriff.
Yeah.
What kind of laws would you lay down in that moment? I mean, this is your town. You know what I mean? You're the sheriff of that town.
I'd probably make it where you could gamble and you could drink beer all day.
Yeah.
Brothels. And not just the kind of brothels on Red Dead Redemption where the chicks give you a bath and insinuate that she's jacking you off.
Yeah.
I'm talking real full baths.
Full penetration.
I'm going to have to play Red Dead Redemption for 12 hours this week.
I would only agree to having brothels if you could guarantee me that the women were always into it intellectually.
Yeah.
And I would be like...
They would have to go through rigorous mental training.
We'd have every woman in town who was willing to be in the part of the brothel.
That's pretty good.
And when they started feeling, people get horny. They would just like, beep, beep, or like maybe they'd shoot a flare up, so then Dolores and Fanny and...
Yeah. Right. I'd make an app.
Tammy's horny. They're ready to go.
I'd make a prostitution app.
Dude, honestly,
and I'd also invent the smartphone.
Yeah. And then they could get exactly what they want, but it'd be weird because there'd probably only be like 60 people in the town. So like this, you'd have to like bang your school teacher or whatever, which would be pretty dope, I guess.
Yeah. Never anybody in my town ever got in trouble for, I don't believe, probably, but I don't remember any. There was never any big stories about somebody having sex with a teacher. There was a big story about my sister's teacher, 4th grade teacher, who ended up being the principal.
Yeah.
Killed her husband.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
She shot him and then dropped his ass in an orchard.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She got caught?
Yeah, she's in jail.
Wow.
Prison for women.
Did they ever say why she did it?
She never said why she did it. No, he was like either smacking her around or like cheating on her or something. It was like kind of a Carrie Underwood song.
Yeah, she keyed his car.
Yeah, she keyed his throat.
Yeah, I dug my keys into the side of your...
bullet into his fucking head.
Yeah. Dug my dick into
But she was like,
the side.
it was a real, it was kind of like that Anthrax thing. It was kind of a cloudy investigation for a while, and she wasn't like arrested. And then finally they strung her ass up.
Shit.
Not that it strung her ass up completely, but they didn't hang her.
Did they?
Also,
they draw and quarter in Bakersfield.
Speaking of hangings, so I forget where I heard this. Do you know what Saddam Hussein's last words were? Did I talk to you about this?
I left the stove on?
No. His last words were because there was some guy who was like screaming, and he like apparently he was like real. Saddam was just like super calm and like annoyed by the whole thing, and the guy was screaming, and Saddam looked at him and like in their language went, "Shut up."
And died.
And they fucking pulled the thing, and then they fucking hung. Wow. She's like, "Shut up, dude! Like, shut up! Like, you're fucking screaming."
He was so over it.
Yeah, he's just
I
like
am so over my own execution right now.
You guys are so annoying.
You guys are so annoying.
Yeah.
Just kill me already. What's with all the pomp and circumstance?
Over this, you guys just fucking kill me already.
There is a part of. I mean, I imagine I would. There'd be a point at which you're like, "Yeah, I did it. I'm a fucking loser. I deserve death." And then just do it already.
Yeah,
and
kill me and see if I give a fuck.
Oh no, there's a lot of paperwork we have to fill out.
There is a lot of paperwork if you want to kill.
Too much. It costs just about as much to kill someone as it does to keep them alive their whole life.
Yeah, that's why I should just.
That's what I heard. Rush Limbaugh told me that.
Did he screamed it in your ear?
Yep.
At a dinner.
Yep. And then
you're at Outback Steakhouse with Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah. I put a bullet right in the head. That's what I'd be. Hey, sign me up for executioner. I'm ready to go right now. I'll do for free. Shit, I even provide my own goddamn bullets. Line them up.
Do you think you could be on a firing squad?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I'd like this. I'd like to riff on it, but the truth is I couldn't.
What was my firing squad? That's what, if I was ever put on a firing squad and they said, "Who do you want on your firing squad?" I would say all my closest friends.
All my best friends. Dude, that would be
all my close family.
Yeah,
I want everybody to come.
Come on, everybody, bring a gun. Everybody gets a shot, a chance. They put one live round in those firing squads, so you don't know.
No, because then they'll just wound the guy.
Well, there's a lot of guys that don't. It's just blanks. That's how they do a firing. That's why they do a firing squad. Seriously.
Why would you be shooting blank? No, they do it a lot so that nobody's at fault and everybody's fucking dusting your ass.
Yeah, but some of them got blanks in there.
Maybe.
But no, that's what I heard.
Well, what? They got one bullet, and what if the guy? What if he nicks him on the fucking shoulder?
No, these guys are dead eye shots.
No, they're not.
That's what I heard. So people
who
could
told
kind
you
of, that? The Spanish Inquisitor, Johnny Spanicio.
Franz De Leon. You were drinking at a bar with Franz De Leon in New Orleans.
Dude. Yeah.
You know, firing squad, they actually don't do all the things. You're like, huh? And he's like, all right.
That's right. Yeah. And I go, thanks, man. Thanks for that. And then
What's your name? And he said, Ponce De Leon. Like, oh, cool.
Like Pancho Villa, like Ponch, like from like the chips, dude, like that.
Hey, this has been another great episode of Bag Fries, everybody. We do have to wrap this up so I can make dinner.
Bruce has always got a hot agenda. He's got to get to something. Always something. Well, praise.
Take my sunglasses off.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah. Appreciate you guys. Send us email, bagfriespod@gmail.com. Leave us a 5-star review. And thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out. See you next week.
Goodbye.